it's Juan.
Oh, I'm live.
Yes, you are live, dude. So turns out, I don't know if you guys can see this, but Juan is about 7'6".
6'4".
6'4". Okay, I was close. And I'm 6'1", standing on a stool that gives me about 6 inches. So, Juan, you told me in there that you're just about done with peacocks, right?
Yeah.
What is your dream tank right now? Like, what do you want? What do you envision?
My dream tank right now is a tank probably with all the albino red empress that I'm growing out right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
They're gonna be really nice. They're the Brent Milam strain.
Yeah, Brent Milam.
Yeah.
He's a pretty cool dude. So, what did you think? And I want you to be brutally honest. You went and saw All Things Aquatic, this little flea market of a pet store in there, a little fish store. What did you think of it, just based off of what you saw, potential-wise?
I think it's a good start. You have a lot of quality fish. You have good suppliers. Once you get some more tanks and people coming in, you can get some more stock and you'll be good.
Sweet,
Yeah.
sweet. Now, if you lived locally, would you buy from me?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If you said
Probably
no.
special order too, right?
Yeah. We can special order just about anything. So, one last question, because I know you said you're hungry. And hold on, we're gonna give like perception. Look at this, dude. Juan is such a faker on his. Look at this. Juan is such a faker. Look at that. His videos, man. The pictures and stuff he posts. It does not look that way. So you're hungry. You're gonna leave. What got you into the fish hobby?
I started fish when I was like 8, a long time ago. Local fish store, 50 Fathoms. Went and bought some fish. Eventually got into breeding. We joined the Texas Cichlid Association.
Yep. Went
to one of their conventions with my dad, and then
that was it.
Yeah, got sick.
Favorite? Let's do this. Favorite fish of all time, and then you can go eat.
Favorite fish of all time?
You can only keep one. I know you said the albino red empress, but you can only keep one fish forever. You're not breeding it. What you see is what you get. It will live forever. What are you getting?
Probably Synodontis multipunctatus.
Are you kidding me?
I love this. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I love
that. Is the first time I've ever
heard. They have a lot of
heard.
Personality.
No,
yeah.
they really do. We've got some in there. They're just hiding, but that is awesome. Well, I will tell you this, dude. It was a pleasure meeting you. You're the man. I will tell you that. You actually came here, which most people say they show up and then they don't show up. So I really appreciate it, man. Go have.
I'm gonna stay for a little bit.
Okay.
Watch, yeah.
Drew, explain to me. So if you don't know who Drew is, Third Eye Customs. Oh, we got some swag ready to get ready. Drew, what got you into fish, brother?
Don't really remember.
You're not that old.
All I remember is local fish store and Oscars.
Local fish store and Oscars.
Yeah, about 20 years ago.
That was it.
That's it.
What are you, 25?
6.
Favorite fish of all time? You're keeping one, just like I asked Juan. We're going to play it easy.
That's hard to say. I would say haps.
Haps? Any hat.
Any haps.
But you were eyeballing those frontosa in there.
Yeah, I like them, but I don't know. I wouldn't give up the haps for them.
You wouldn't give up the haps? Okay. What's one recommendation you have for us inside All Things Aquatic?
Recommendation for you to do?
Yeah. For us to change, for us to add, maybe take away, whatever. What do you think?
Drinks.
Okay, I'm not providing you with alcoholic beverages. It's already hot enough in here. There's got to be something.
Not off the top of my head, I can't come up with nothing.
Oh, yeah, check this out. Drew came through in the clutch. Y'all are going to see this on the door instead of my cheapo deal. So let me walk you through All Things Aquatic real quick, and then we're going to ask Mindy some questions. So this is All Things Aquatic. It's in Garland, Texas, 825. Look at this bad boy. We've got racks. We've got fish. Boom. Yes. Sean Pierce was here today getting some fish. We've got Cytotilapia Burundi. We've got breeding groups. You name it, we got it. Look at this guy. Woo-hoo-hoo. This place does look fishy. So we've got some stuff from Southeast Cichlids. Got to get those in the 75. We've got some more stuff from Southeast Cichlids. And then we've got the breeding group. Look at these guys. Look at this guy. Golly. It's called All Things Aquatic in Garland. We've got supplies for sale. We're not being crazy, but I want to show you some stuff from Cunningham Cichlids. Look at those yellowtail ACI. God, my goodness. Woo! No, the video doesn't do the fish justice, so let's see these guys on their phones. Oh, look, they're talking fish. Bromance and fish. Bromance and fish. So let's set it up. Mindy, you got to get in front of there for me, please. So we're going to talk to Mindy a little bit about how she became so involved in the fish keeping hobby. Are you okay with that, Mindy?
I guess so.
Well, I'm not, because I just totally jacked this up. Oh, back up. Show the tanks. This is not about you.
There's nothing in there.
Well, there is nothing in there, but
And you can't see anything in here.
no.
So.
So I'm much taller than my wife. No, I'm kidding. This is way too high. So I have not asked her any questions whatsoever. None. Zero. I want her to be completely raw and exactly what her answer would be as if somebody asked her just passing on the street. And one of the things that I find is people say, well, my spouse isn't involved in the hobby. Why? And it's maybe you forced it on him. It's like building hot rods. Matter of fact, Drew loves Mustangs. And
Hi, Drew.
yeah, Drew's right behind the camera. He loves Mustangs, and I'm sure he didn't bring home 7 Mustangs at one time and say, hey, babe, you like my Mustangs? No, that's not how that works.
Just fine.
You have to ease them in, just fine. You have to ease them in. And I think watching Mindy go from no fish to running Northfin USA, participating in the Aquatic Lounge, having her own tank that I stole, and I'm about to give away all her fish, and watching her interact with our son in front of the trophies tank, a lot of this stuff is far beyond far beyond where I thought it would ever get to. So I'm going to ask you questions that are probably going to suck, and you may sweat because it is hot in here. So one of the questions I have is, what was your initial thoughts when I brought home that 55-gallon? Now, it looked like SpongeBob SquarePants had vomited in this thing, but what was your thought?
It was a little crazy. It wasn't too bad. The main thing was that it didn't take over our home. Yet. But, he was really excited about it, and it kind of kept him off of what I was doing. So it kind of worked.
What were you doing?
Just hanging out at Target, Hobby Lobby.
Oh. Spending more money than what I would ever spend in the fish
That's
hobby.
a lie.
At what point did you think, so we went from 55-gallon, I went and snagged that ugly custom 100-gallon tank that was full of manganos. It was hideous. It had lava rock piled all over, and it was like sludged in green algae. Then we went to a 150, and I was told to stop. I had the 150, a couple of 55s, a bunch of 29s. At what point did you think maybe this is too much?
Every weekend we would go to our local fish store, and he would always say,
Romance, baby, romance.
it'll only take 5 minutes, I promise. Let's go to Starbucks. I'll get you something to drink.
Little treat to get
And
along the way.
5 minutes ended up being 3 hours.
That's a lie. It's like 2.5.
Well, 3 hours. And then you're just like, this is my life now whenever we go out on the weekends. So, I don't know. It was just...
So what part just in your head was like, this is too much? Was it the 3-hour trips to the fish store, or was it just too many times?
Because it was, at the time, it was kind of boring to me because all of them started to look the same, and I just sit there. And the fish store had like snakes and things like that.
Exotic Aquatics in Oklahoma City.
So I was slightly terrified, and they liked to bring the snakes to me. And so sometimes I just stayed in the car and played Papa the Panda and looked on Pinterest, and that was about it.
So the only thing that guys, I'm giving you all the tips I can to get your wife, significant other, your partner, whatever you're rolling with, to be a part of the hobby in some way, shape, or form. So was it the 3-hour trips that literally broke the camel's back, per se? Or was it, hey, let's get a 220 when we get to the new house, or hey, let's get more tanks?
It was never just good enough. Like, there was always something different.
Is it ever good enough, Juan? Is it ever good enough? It never is.
It just kept growing and growing, and then the main thing is I didn't want it to overtake our house.
Like some of y'all out there, calm down. Calm down.
And I'm not against tanks or having fish or anything like that. But I still want to be able to have a separation between our living area versus like living in an aquarium. So for me, there just had to be some distinction. I know you think it was cool. Or, you know, if I'm in the kitchen having a water hose dragged across my whole living room into my sink while I'm trying to clean stuff or prepare meals. And
Fish
things like
keepers
that.
got to do what a fish keeper's got to
So
do.
maybe that was kind of like, okay, you need to figure out a new way to make this function and to work because, yeah, having fish juice water around my
Fish
kitchen
juice water?
was just not sanitary for me. It
So-
was great for my garden, but that's about it.
Then we moved. You said if I got you a bigger home, I can get a bigger tank.
Yes.
I think a lot of people remember that. And so we did get a little bit bigger of a home, and you allowed me to get the 220. Now I'm at...
Then, not only was there the 220, there were the tanks in the garage, there was an additional tank added, and then another tank, I don't know the gallons, so just, I mean, I'm sure you guys know them. And then it was just like, you'd walk into his office, and it was just water dripping noises and just smelling like fish food and things like that. And it was just like, okay, we're going to close these doors, and you got to figure something out.
So what I'm hearing is that I was my own worst enemy in terms of trying to find a connection to my family and what I enjoyed to do. Your family doesn't always have to be a part of what you do. If you know, if you're like Drew that likes to work on Mustangs, his wife may not like to mess with Mustangs. Juan, what's your hobby outside of fish?
Barbecue.
Barbecue. Does your girlfriend like barbecue with you?
No, she loves eating it.
Okay, she doesn't love eating. So there's a connection that you have to find. Like, he likes to barbecue, his girlfriend likes to eat the barbecue. So there's a connection where she's still going to be a part of what he enjoys. That is a very, very far-fetched analogy, but it works. So I think I was trying too hard to get her involved, almost forcing her in a way, which was pushing her further back. But what happened? Like, I honestly can say, so we went from a 55-gallon to now doing what we're able to do, which is a lot of different things. Helping people, Northfin USA, all things aquatic. The YouTube channel is, you know, something fun to do. The live videos are fun. Now we have our son, and the ACA chairman style thing, the publicity chairman thing that I'm doing. You coming with me to the fish conventions and actually enjoying them in some way.
I was drugged.
She was not drugged. That is a lie. That is rude. I did not drug her, I promise. But what turned? What clicked?
I think, honestly, looking back, is probably when I had to go pick up the fish.
Trevor O'Shea, the Wonder of Cichlids video, if you remember that. What happened? I wasn't.
You had to work, but you had already agreed that the fish would be picked up.
So,
And then
side note, if you are already agreed, you can't change your mind. You
Sure
can't
can.
leave your fish at the
Just pick up the
airport.
phone.
No, that's not how it
No.
works. It's already on the
Cancel.
plane. There's no
Cancel.
cancel. This isn't a
Divert the
no.
plane.
Nordstrom. This isn't Nordstrom. You can't cancel a delivery. So picking up the fish actually was it?
I think so. Because, I mean, that was it. You're like, can you do an unboxing
She
video?
held the fish.
Can you go pick up the fish? And it freaked me out because that's a lot of money in those boxes that come off the plane.
There's only 3 fish. That's
Still.
Thanks.
Juan's leaving. Goodbye, Juan.
Bye.
Bye, Mindy. Bye.
Fly safe.
Bye.
Fly safe.
And so, and they're live animals, creatures. And so it's just, I didn't want to be responsible for killing them by any means and then having to unbox that, because that wouldn't be fun.
That would have been pretty rough if those did die. So I got a few fish from the Wonder of Cichlids, and I made a rookie mistake, which I thought maybe I was in, moderate stage of fish keeping. I don't think I'll ever become an expert ever. I think that's reserved for 0.001% of what people do to understand these fish. But to make a commitment to pick up these fish and then not be able to make that commitment, and then to have my wife stand in. Now, a lot of you guys have spouses, significant others, etc., that are willing to do that. But I didn't think she was willing to do that. One, I didn't know if she'd be able to pick up the box because they do get kind of heavy.
I had help.
Did you? And
I
two,
leveraged people.
getting the fish out of the box into the tank without falling on the floor or her tripping and falling.
I did almost fall into the tank.
Yeah, well,
On the step ladder.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
but she did hold the fish in her
I
hand,
did hold the fish in it.
which was pretty weird.
Which I was really proud of myself for.
I'll give you that. I was actually impressed by her camera ability when she is super nervous. If you look at her hand, she's shaking.
I hate being on camera.
So at that point, you said, okay, this is okay, but to a certain point, you still had a limit in your mind of what
I didn't want to do it again.
Okay.
I didn't want to do it again.
What made you so involved? Because you are pretty involved for, when you look at it, and like Super Cichlids, Lisa and Martin, they don't do much YouTube, but they do Facebook and stuff, and Martin is very involved with Super Cichlids. And so that's the spouse side of what Lisa started with Super Cichlids. And then you've got other people that are a husband and wife duo, like the King and Queen of Cichlids. They both share the passion. But you didn't necessarily share the passion for fish. Was it just because I was excited about it?
I really don't know. I mean, for me, it's just having balance in a relationship or a marriage. And, I've always believed that you still have to be an individual within your marriage. Because so many times when people become married, it's just like they're known as Jason and Mindy, the married couple. But there's still Jason, the one that likes to do fish, to do voices, which I don't do. So sorry if you're looking for that.
She does.
And then there's Mindy, who likes to craft, go to Target, be creative, so do different things. But you have to have different hobbies for each other. And then there's always that time where you do come together and you do find common ground. But I mean, it's so important for us, for me, to have that balance. And I think knowing that that's what he was interested in, and knowing that he knows the stuff that I'm interested in.
I'm not a crafter.
He's not a lot of
I will stand in the front lobby of Hobby Lobby until she's done.
Or he's really good at using a second coupon for me. But it's just having balance and seeing that. I mean, in all honesty, doing fish stuff is a lot better than
Drugs. Drugs are bad in kayak.
drugs, alcohol, things of that nature.
I like Crown and Coke, which I'm not able to have because I have to go drive. Be responsible. Don't drink and drive.
So it's having balance, and I can respect that that's what he liked to do. And then he had the mutual respect of me going to Target and Hobby Lobby and hanging out there for a little bit. But I feel like my hobbies are a little bit cheaper
No, they're not.
than yours.
No, I use all the stuff that I procure. You do not
I
use your
will
stuff.
use it eventually.
I'm not gonna argue about this on camera. You have a closet full of stuff that you've never used.
Okay, hold on.
Never
But-
used, guys. It's like me having backgrounds in tanks stored in garages, which I know some of you do that I never use, but I don't. She's got ribbons and fabric and stamps and
time
colors
out,
and
though.
clips and rhinestones and bedazzling
I
stuff.
don't have
and
rhinestones or bedazzler.
she's got two. Don't you have two crickets?
I do
Don't
have
even
two
use
crickets.
one cricket, and she's got
I'm
two.
not ready to use
Because
it.
she got one super cheap at a Craigslist deal or something.
I didn't know if I was gonna like it.
Lame.
I didn't want to invest in all that money.
No. So that's not.
But whenever you needed help with your tank, I was able to create something like that fish, a splint,
Touche.
or getting a background in.
Yeah.
We didn't have string, but we had ribbon, right? So
I got you.
yeah, you got me.
So I'm going to ask Mindy one more question, and then I'm going to hop behind the camera and let Mindy sit here. So I want you to get your questions ready for Mindy.
You don't have to.
Get them ready. I want some good, juicy ones for her to answer. So
Is anything good so far?
at what point, so we figured out that now you do enjoy the hobby somewhat.
Yes.
You do understand fish somewhat. You're willing to support me in what I'm doing as long as it doesn't
Somewhat.
interfere with a lot of the stuff we do as a family. So there has to be, what you folks have to understand is something that took me a while to figure out. You have to do a lot of stuff in moderation. You have to continue to be passionate about it and don't just do it to do it. But you also have to allow the person that you're cohabitating with to really see that without forcing it upon them. And you can't go overboard. And if you want them to support something you're doing, mother suckers, please support something that they're
Take
doing.
just a little interest, and that's all it is. And in all honesty, I'm a sucker for animals. And so, I mean, we have 2 cats, 2 dogs, and a parrot.
wife. Oh no! Oh, I'm done.
But it's just, you know, and it's whenever his work schedule would get crazy, and it's not like I'm gonna just abandon the tanks and just let them fend for themselves. So yeah, I'll take care of them, and it's wanting to do it right because you know that there's an investment in these guys, and I mean it's something that he's very passionate about, and like I said, I can respect that, and so yeah, I'm excited, and more so it's just the hobby itself and you guys. I've never met a community so tight knit and just willing to help each other. I mean, I think that's amazing, and I mean you guys help strangers that you've never even met other than just Facebook, and it's just. I think that for me is more so why I'm so involved, or at least try to be, is just because there's something bigger than just fish. It's connecting with people, it's having that community, and I mean, you guys are a good community.
I'm gonna cry.
Don't cry, Drew.
This is like a Hallmark moment. I'm Hallmark Channel. It's the same guy, the same girl. He loved fishing, now I love you. Get your questions ready. She's going to sit front and center, and she's going to get asked a few
And
questions.
Kevin, if you turn this into a meme, what is it? Meme?
Yeah, a meme.
I swear.
All right. Here we go. Ask your questions for Mindy. Slide into the center of those tanks for me. Doll face.
Okay.
And I don't know. It's no. How many fish do you have?
I don't know. One too many.
How many peacocks do you have?
6.
Okay. Mindy, what is your favorite
right now.
fish?
Oh, the firefish.
The firefish.
I'm sure it has a scientific name.
No, it doesn't. It's an
Okay.
Alnacar firefish
Okay,
or
well,
dragon
that
blood.
part is scientific.
How many times have you cleaned water up off the floor?
Ugh, too many. Actually, my towels. He has separate towels now because they have been ruined.
Biggest fear.
Oh, but the tank cracks and floods my house.
Have you ever done any water tests?
No.
No water tests?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
No, you.
Yeah, I stuck my hand in there. I don't know if that counts.
Mindy, if you can get Jay to participate in a Hobby Lobby project, what would it be?
Oh, God. Honestly, I would prefer to be solo on that.
Solo?
Yeah.
So nothing.
You just, funded me my supplies and just let me go because he's not creative whatsoever.
Have you ever told Jay to clean his own tank?
Well, yeah.
Jay, clean the filter grill. What is he talking about? Filter grill? That's a reflection off there, bud. How does it feel not to be able to troll Jay today?
It's hard. It really is. I hate being on camera. Like, I honestly
You're
hate
doing
it.
good.
Yeah, I'm not. Wow.
Have you ever helped with water changes, or would you?
Yes, I have.
She has.
Mainly cleaning up and turning on the water hose. And making sure it doesn't leak all over the place.
Have you ever cleaned the FX?
I unflipped it.
OMG, for freak's sake, be right back. My intermedius is stuck in their cave thing. Does
I hope they come out of your cave.
Does Mindy like getting fish muck poo from the FX6 on her hands?
Never had fish muck poo on my hands.
Mindy, how do you feel about moving to Texas?
Well,
Never
some
mind,
of
the
you-
fish is free.
Some of you may not realize it. I was born in Texas, so I'm not anti-Texas. I grew up a military brat. Jay was in the military, so I married into it. Oklahoma's always going to be home for me, but we'll make home wherever. So.
Benny DeJesus says you sound like his wife. Mindy, why don't you have your own YouTube channel for crafting? You can use all of Jay's stuff.
Because I hate being on camera.
Do you like any sports, and if so, what's your favorite?
To play or watch?
Doesn't matter.
To play, I like playing tennis. To watch baseball and football. Basketball is better live for me.
I'm excited to meet you.
Okay.
But he spelt meat like barbecue meat.
Bring barbecue.
That's Aiden. Aiden Pierce.
Bring barbecue, Aiden.
Please don't hit my wife with a pork chop.
Me?
How's the one child policy right now?
It's good. He was a miracle if anybody followed our story. So, we're just blessed that God was able to just allow us to have him.
David Kim, what's going on? Matt Webster asked, best sushi roll ever, question mark.
That would be the Superman, but you can only get it in Hawaii.
The Superman one. What kind of music do you listen to?
Everything. If you know Jason, he's kind of like an iPod on shuffle constantly, so everything.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know. To get to the other side?
Lame. You're lame. That's what they just said.
You're lame too.
No, they didn't say that.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're not lame.
All right, we're going to take 2 more questions. It's 2 a.m. Liam's crying. Does Jay get up and take care of him?
No!
Or do you just...
Jay, let me tell you, Jay covers himself and rolls over. Does not do anything.
Bluefish in Allen, Texas is the best sushi fish. Favorite football team?
Patriots.
Mindy, what would be your dream tank and fish? And does Jay do impersonations all the time or just in front of in the camera?
All the time, like constantly. Pretty afraid of what our son will be repeating when he's of age. And what was the other one? What would my tank be?
Yeah, your dream tank and fish.
I honestly don't have a dream tank for fish. Maybe the Hawaiian state fish. It's the Hulu Hulu Niku Niku Aqua.
Lane.
Are they telling me I'm lame, or are you telling me?
Hey, Harry Wright, go put your head in the toilet and flush it. What was the one question that I just totally forgot?
Is this over?
No, it's almost over. One more question. I'll take one more. Anything.
If they don't have questions, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh,
Signing out.
do you let me drive your car?
Yes.
What tanks are in the background? So she wouldn't know that, Dave Kim. The left one is a 100-gallon DeMasonite tank, and it has holy rock with some natural algae buildup on it with some real holy rock in it. It has some DeMasonite from Cunningham cichlids. The one right here is just a background feature rock from Universal Rocks in a 100-gallon tank with nothing in it cycling right now. You guys have a store webpage yet? No, we will not have a webpage online just right now, Facebook. We may do a landing page at some point, but we will not be shipping from All Things Aquatic. Hey, Mindy, are you ever going to change the water on the 500-gallon?
No. I can't reach it.
What's your favorite Jay impersonation?
Oh, there's so many. I honestly don't.
Gotta
have
pick
a
one,
favorite.
he said.
Meat wad.
But they won't know who Meatwad is.
Aquatic Hunger Force.
They won't know.
You said pick one. King of the Hill, Hank Hill.
I'm not that good at that one.
He really
You're
does
done.
a lot.
You're done.
Okay.
No, not done with.
Oh.
You know what? Nacho. Dude, I love Nacho Libre. I really do.
Libre.
Name
He
all
was
of the fish.
actually Nacho Libre one year for Halloween.
Name all of the fish you have.
No.
Fisher frontosa. That's a background feature rock. Type in BGR on the website of Universal
It's really
Rocks.
nice, isn't it? I like
Have her do the meat wad so we know what it is. Impersonate his impersonation.
it. He's like, meat wad.
No, that's not even close.
It's
meat wad, get the money, G.
But
Do-
he does this.
No, it's all good, David Kim. So, Jay does a good Christopher Walken.
He does.
I don't think it's that good, but I appreciate it. I think that's it. There's no more questions, Mindy. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people that are watching?
No. Thank you for watching and just being nice to me because I don't like doing this kind of stuff. But